Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. So, continuing with the last class of our general English, let's start today's class. All right. So, since the chapter is completed, but there was a little information given, in the book about that outsider art. All right. That is at the end of this chapter. So, I just wanted to go through this once so that you can have a clear idea of what outsider art is all about, because you will get question based on this topic. All right, so that is why I thought of going through it once and make it explain to you, make it understand to you all, so that you can get the idea of it. All right, so for today you take out page number 36, that is at the end of it. All right, that is at the last. You will see that box is given. All right, and inside that box, that is, the heading is given as getting inside outsider art. All right, now let's go through this. See, when French painter Jean Dubuffet mooted the concept of art brut in the 1940s, the art of the untrained visionary was of minority interest. All right, so we can see here that here there is a particular word mentioned, that is untrained visionary, or you leave the word visionary, you just see untrained. All right, so what do you mean by this word untrained? That is a person who is not trained. All right, that means what? You can say it to be a kind of inborn talent that a person has, all right, since his or her birth. All right, because when a person has his or her talent, all right, and it comes out naturally, without taking any kind of training from any organization or any institution or school or whatever it is. All right, when it is untrained, when it is inborn, all right, then we can refer this word to that person, that he or she is untrained but has got talent. All right, so what happens in the 1940s is that Jean Dubuffet, there was a French painter, all right, whose name was Jean Dubuffet, and he mooted the concept. Mooted, that means he discovered, he invented the concept of art brut. All right, that is in the year 1940s. And what does this art brut means? That means it is the art of the untrained visionary. All right, so during that period of time, what happened is that this thing, all right, that was there in a very minority kind of interest. People did not take notice of these kind of talents and all right, why? Because a person is untrained. All right, so that is what it says, that it was of minority interest, that is the art of untrained visionary. All right, that is art brut. From its almost veiled beginnings, that means it was a kind of thing that was hidden from everyone. Veiled beginnings. All right, that is the meaning of this word. It's that art brut was such kind of a thing that was hidden from everyone. Outsider art has gradually become the fastest growing area of interest in contemporary art internationally. So not only nationally but internationally also, with the gradual phase of time. All right, gradually what happened is that this form of art, that is art brut or outsider art, this has grown very fast over the years. All right, and it has taken a very prominent place in contemporary art. All right, that is in modern art, not only nationally but also internationally. That is what it says. That means here it says about the importance of art brut. All right, when an untrained person shows his or her genius, that person, when he or she shows his or her art, all right, that too without taking any kind of training from other person or other institution. So this genre is described as the art of those who have no right to be artists as they have received no formal training. As I said, all right, these kind of people, what they do, they don't, they do not receive any kind of formal training from any organization, from any institution. All right, they do it by themselves because they have got the talent. All right, they showcase their art, their talent, by their ingrained talent, by their inherent talent, yet show talent and artistic insight. So whatever they have in them, all right, whether it's like mentally, whatever is there inside their imagination, so the creativity that they have got, through that creativity they showcase their talent, they showcase their art, they showcase their artistic insight that is there inside them. Their works are a stimulating contrast to a lot of mainstream offerings. Mainstream offerings here refers to those people, those artists who have received, formal training. So when we compare those kind of people who received no formal training with the ones who have received, formal training, then we can see a vast difference between, the two groups, between the two category, all right, that the people that they belong to. Around the time Dubuffet was propounding his concept in India, an untutored genius was creating paradise. So what did Jean Dubuffet do? That is, he was creating this, concept. He was propounding, he was propagating, he was making this concept famous all over the world, that an untutored genius was creating paradise. An untutored person can also create paradise. All right, an untutored person can also create heaven through his artistic ability, through his creativity. All right, so that is what Jean Dubuffet says here. Years ago, the little patch of jungle that he began clearing to make himself a garden sculpted with stone and recycled material is known to the world today as the Rock Garden at Chandigarh. So you must be familiar with this garden, that is Rock Garden, all right, that is there at Chandigarh. If you are not aware of it, you can Google it or you can find it out, all right. So how does this rock garden create? All right, this, whatever the things are there, whatever artistic materials are there in the rock garden, those are created from, stone and recycled material. All right, so this is all about creativity only. This has evolved out of artistic ability of that sculptor. All right, the person who has created that rock garden. So that is what he says here, that place where the rock garden is there now, once upon a time what happened was that place was a complete jungle. It was all jungle. But over the years what happened, that that jungle has been converted into such a paradise that now many people visit that place. Not only people from our country, but also from foreign countries also. They come there, they see, they rejoice themselves by seeing all those artistic creativity that the sculptor had created. Next, see, its 80-year-old creator director Nek Chand is now hailed as India's biggest contributor to outsider art. All right, so this person Nek Chand, who is 80-year-old creator and director. All right, so that person is now considered to be as India's biggest contributor to outsider art. All right, the 50th issue of Raw Vision, a UK-based magazine pioneer in outsider art publications, features Nek Chand and his rock garden sculpture Women by the Waterfall on its anniversary issues cover. Now this person, Nekchand, he is an untutored genius, and by looking at his, by seeing his creativity, artistic ability, what happened that he is recognized as one of the most famous contributor to this particular kind of art, that is outsider art. All right, where a person creates his or her creativity, he contributes his creativity towards such kind of things, that normally, a person who is trained can never create. All right, so that is what it says. So this rock garden, all right, that is there in Chandigarh, this is created by this person, all right, that is Nekchand. So he is an outsider art, all right, he is regarded as one of the famous outsider art, person, pioneer. All right. The notion of art brut or raw art was of works that were in their raw state as regards cultural and artistic influences. Now, what does this mean, art brut? All right. This is also known as raw art. That means raw art, raw, when an art is created in its raw form. All right, like the thing as it is there, it is showcased, it is portrayed in the raw state only, not much of modifications, has been made into that piece of material. All right, that is called raw art. So what it says here, that it was of works, raw art is basically works that were in their raw state, all right, as regards cultural and artistic influences. Anything and everything from a tin to a sink to a broken down car could be material for a work of art. Now only an artist can know, the essence of anything and everything. Because we see as a person what happens, what we do as a person, we look at the things as it is there, all right, but an artist can actually make, paradise even from a small piece of tin. That is what it says here. So only an artist can do that, all right, only an artist can feel that. So something Nekchand has taken to dizzying heights, all right, dizzying heights, that means extreme heights, all right, through his work that he had created. Recognizing his art, an outstanding testimony of the difference a single man can make when he lives his dream. A single man can make a difference. A single man can, live his dream if that person has got creativity, if that person has got, artistic ability. All right. So the Swiss Commission for UNESCO will be honoring him by way of a European exposition of his works. So the 5-month interactive show Realm of Nekchand beginning October will be held at leading museums in Switzerland, Belgium, France and Italy. The biggest reward is walking through the garden and seeing people enjoy my creation, Nekchand says. Now what does Nekchand says here is that when I go through the garden, that is the rock garden that he mentions here, all right, and I see people, many people, coming up from different parts of the country, from different parts of the world, they come there, and look, and see the beauty of the art that he had created. So seeing those people, it gives him immense pleasure. It gives him immense delight, when people enjoy his art. All right, when people from different parts of the world, they come up there and they enjoy the artistic ability of, Nekchand. All right, so that thing gives him the greatest pleasure of this world. All right, so that is what it says. So this is about the outsider art. All right, I hope it's clear to you. If you have got any doubt, you please go through it once by yourself. All right, and if you have got any doubt, you do tell me. All right, or else how could I know if you have a doubt or not? All right, you can ask me personally by messaging me or by calling me also. All right, so let's stop our class here. We shall continue in our next class with a new chapter. So thank you very much and have a great day ahead.